started this Minecraft megabase almost a year ago, and it's finally nearing completion. There's still plenty left to do, but it's already one of the craziest things I have ever built. Every block was placed live on stream here on TikTok and YouTube, and it has all led to this moment. What's up, guys? KingerIV here, back with another video. It has been a few months since I have updated the base tour video on my TikTok and YouTube. So you guys have been asking for one, and here it is. This is the updated tour of my mega base on the ClockCraft SMP. Starting here at the top, you can see we do go to build height. It may not look like it, but this is build height 320 on the Y scale. We cannot build any higher than the end rods up there. Running across, we have our little garden area up here with our custom trees and little monuments that look down onto the garden floor and spawn. We run off the edge here, do a little turnaround and dive, and fly back into the middle. We come to the layer above spawn. This is what I call the garden level. You'll see that I like using crops in Minecraft to add a little bit of color, a little bit of depth to my build. We have the four main crops up here. You've got potatoes, you've got beetroot, you've got wheat, and you've got carrots. If we drop down through the moon door, you can see that this is my storage room. 260, 280 fully automated modules. If I were to fill this entire storage system up, it would fill to 2.6 to 2.8 million items. I don't think I'll ever get to that point, but it's nice having a fully flushed out storage system. Anything I put in this shulker box right here instantly gets sorted out into the area. There are a couple other things to look at in storage. This is my main bed. No, I do not have a bedroom currently. I'm working on one. This is my main bed in the base. I also have some other workstations as needed. If we look across, this is my diamond armor. From episode 6 to episode 117, I rocked diamond armor and tools, much to the angry comments of those in my live stream. As you can see, I have since upgraded to netherite, but there was a time where I only rocked diamond to build all of this. There's a couple other things like the dumpster. We also have Paco and Blue, my pet parrots. I have had Paco since the very first stream of this world, and we got Blue a few streams later. Also, there's non-sorted items like, valuables, extra tools, mob heads, stuff like that. If we go out one of the four main entrances, I should probably note that each of the directions are labeled with a different ore type. That's emerald, redstone, iron, and diamond. You'll see that's reflected as we go. But let's go out the emerald side. You can go ahead and ignore those chests right here, as that's just a staging ground for what I'm currently working on. Coming down here, you can see the start of the city in the clouds that I am working on. We have just started building the framework of the buildings. Eventually, these will all be filled in and detailed, but for right now, the plan is to just get the frames up and built. We have my fly-through portal holes. This is just so that I have an easy way to fly up from the core of the base, the bottom of the base, up to the upper area without having to fly out and in. If we turn around and run down our hallway, you can see we have a simply but nicely detailed long hallway that connects to a nether portal. You'll notice that there are many nether portals around the base. There are 8 in total. This allows me to pick and choose exactly where I want to exit the nether hub and enter into my base. And then you'll also see that I use bubble columns. Even though this base is huge and in the sky, I wanted to make sure that if for whatever reason I didn't have an elytra or I was, running, I would be able to get all the way back up to my storage room without any problems. Now, I won't go through these water evaders. I won't go through the portal, but instead I'm going to jump through it. So coming down here into the core of the base, there's a little bit of a lighting bug right now because the base is above the cloud layer. The cloud layer, which can mess with the lighting, but you can see there were the fly-through holes that we talked about. Looking down, you can see the extended custom gardens. These need to be finished. The crops represent the same crops that are up on the garden level. Looking into the core of the base, You have my 4 main portals, again labeled with the ore blocks: emerald, diamond, iron, and redstone. You can enter the nether hub from any of these 4 portals. They all link over together. In the very middle of the base, I have my quad diamond beacon. I rock speed, strength, regen, and resistance. I don't use a jump boost and haste 2 in my base. Jump boost throws me off, and haste 2 can get away from you real quick when you have lots of detailed builds in a build. Anyways, I have my Kinger horse, which was a gift from Towel. I have some other Pupperooskies. I have Sunday, some more Pupperooskies. I've got Ghost, and then my moderator cats, Danny, Paige, Yodi, and Stormy. This is the very center of the base. Eventually, I will be putting portals around the entire base. It'll take 2 full stacks of portals, or not portals, beacons. It'll take 2 full stacks of beacons to do quad effects throughout the entire base, which is a grind. So we're going to wait to do that until the base is pretty much complete. If we continue going down into the core of the base, you can see my throne room. For those of you who have been around for a while, you may remember when this was storage, where these big moss walls were used to correlate to 2 rows of chests with the auto sorters built behind them. This was originally going to be my chest room before I moved the storage room all the way up top. At the very bottom of the base, you may be able to see there is actually a guardian farm and an iron farm combined into one. They use the same kill chamber so that I can sit in my throne right here while AFK, and both of those farms will be running. The villagers here for my iron farm are all fisherman villagers. This guardian farm produces a ton of fish, and having a quick little area to trade the fish for emeralds was a nice little addition we made to the base. Exiting our villager trading area, if we come out here to the side and look down, this is where the storage for those 2 farms end up. You can see the prismarine shards end up here. You can see that there's some ink that's generated, the cod we talked about, and also the drops from the iron farm. You're not missing much down there. It's just storage after all. If we go down this row, we have this sign here from PA when he joined. Even though it doesn't fit with the aesthetic of the base, I kept the sign here. Running down this tunnel, if we take a right, it may not look like much down here, but this is actually a secondary guardian farm. I built that guardian farm on 1 core of the spawn radius, and I built this guardian farm on the other core. That way, when I need a quick XP, like if I was going to come chill up here, no guardians will spawn until I'm on this platform, but if I can get my Elytra on activate, but I just stand here, I go AFK, and I get XP and drops exponentially for hours on end. Also, it's just got a very simple sorting system attached to it. Running down this way, we'll go ahead and take a left and head back towards the core. I have another area of my base that I don't really use that much anymore. However, it's still here, so we'll go over it. I have a few auto crafters stored down here. This auto crafter makes shulker boxes as needed. This auto crafter makes sea lanterns as needed. And this auto crafter here produces any solid blocks of my choosing. If we continue going down our pathway, we come to the lower entrances. You'll also see I have beds scattered around everywhere because I kind of just plop them down and then forget them and then grab another one, then plop another one down. So if you see several beds scattered around the build, that's why. But you can see that this is the redstone lower entrance, and you're looking out over our garden level. You may also notice that there are lime green and dark green carpets scattered around. Lime green corresponds to bubble columns going up. Dark green corresponds to bubble columns going down. If we continue down our little pathway here, you can see the sun is setting. We will try to get as much of the tour done before the sun sets. Towel is in the world currently, so she may sleep before we get to see the Pale Garden at night. But another huge part of what I'm doing at the base is we wanted to create custom biomes surrounding the bottom layer of the mega base. The one right here is the Pale Garden biome. Right next to the Pale Garden is our desert biome. Yeah, Towel was right on it with the sleeping. So we've got the Pale Garden, we've got the desert, I've got the End Islands done. The Mushroom Island is done. Warped Forest is done. Crimson Forest is done. And Soul Sand Valley is done. Or Soul Sand Delta. I never know the difference. I did do some filling in with lava, but if anybody's ever done huge lava lakes, filling them in, they take forever. And I'm saving that for a rainy day stream. We have also completed the Enchanted Forest biome, as well as the Cherry Blossom biome on this side. There are a few biomes left to do, such as like the Jungle biome right here, and the Flower Forest biome right here, but I was burning out on placing in all of the terraforming for the biomes and needed to build something with structure, which is why I started working on our city. The idea for up here is a city in the clouds. Eventually, all of these skyscraper buildings will be filled in and detailed. Right now, just the frames of them are going up. All but one of them are not going to have interiors. What I mean by that is I'm going to give them void interiors, so it makes them look like there's an interior, but there isn't actually one in there. It's hard to describe, but it's definitely a trust the process moment. Along with that, one of these large buildings I will fully furnish, and that will be my bedroom, my house, if you want to put it that way, in the base, so that the trolls in my comments who give me a hard time, whole mega base sleeps in the closet in the storage room. Building myself a house in my mega base. I don't know how that works, but yeah, that is the idea. So that is the full tour of the mega base. One thing I did miss that I can catch you guys up on real quick are the entranceways. There are also portals built in to the very edge of the base. That way, if you wanted to come in on one of the outer points, you can come through these portals. I have kept the entire outer wall solid white, simply because I think it looks crazy imposing, and I didn't want to add any detail work to it, because when you're looking up at it, it makes the base look way bigger. So there you have it, the tour of my mega base on the ClockCraft SMP. I've been working on this base for almost a year now, and it's getting closer and closer to be completed. There are a few things left to do. I need to finish those biomes. I need to finish the city in the sky. And I want to add a bunch of Easter eggs in the base off stream, because if you are not aware, in December of 2025, I will be releasing a world download for this world along with the other members of ClockCraft. And if you have a Minecraft device, if you're able to play Minecraft, we're going to try to make it so that everyone can have access to this world to explore it for themselves. So if you go ahead and like and follow now, and you're still around in December, you'll be able to get a personal copy of this world and explore not only my build, but the amazing builds from the other members of ClockCraft on this world. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure to like and follow. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. I will be going live on both platforms in about 30 minutes to an hour. It is the 200th live stream of ClockCraft, and I've got something kind of special planned. Looking forward to seeing all of you there, and looking forward to continue to work on this awesome project. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, tell someone you love them, and I will catch you guys all in the next one. Bye now.